I want to crate train him just in case we have to travel.
Yeah.
And every night, Naomi says, let's just keep him on the bed.
Let's just have him on the bed.
Let's just have him.
That's enough. Like, how long are we going to really pull off this whole crate idea?
Has that slippery slope landed in your bed yet?
No, but I'm in a crate.
I'm Jen Moroz, and this is Furball Confidential. I'm so excited to tell you that we have not just one, but two dog-loving humans on the podcast today. Naomi Snieckus and Matt Baram are incredibly funny, award-winning actors, writers, and improvisers. They're a couple in real life, but often on stage too, and their latest production, Big Stuff, is on tour now. It's about the stuff that's left behind when someone we love dies.
Two things happened to us at the same time.
One, we felt this big hole in our lives.
Yeah, and two, we had to figure out what we were going to do with all of their stuff.
And in my opinion, it's a must-see. You may also recognize Naomi and Matt from their work on screen. Naomi played phys ed teacher Bobby for many seasons on Mr. D, where she sort of developed a reputation for her flirting skills, or lack thereof.
Have I told you?
Told me what?
Look, I'm single.
Okay.
And you're single too, right?
Yeah, my ex-wife kind of broke my heart real bad.
Yeah, that's great.
Naomi also hosts a podcast called Firecracker Department, which has grown into an online community connecting women and non-binary artists. As for Matt, you might have caught him in shows like Umbrella Academy or Supergirl.
You can do more than give me my old life back. You can give me a better one. And I can help you.
Matt and Naomi met at Second City in Toronto. They each had a dog at the time, and they've pretty much had dogs ever since. Alfie is the current apple of their eyes. And so we start with him and get right down to the hard-hitting questions. So this is Alfie. And for those of you who are listening and not watching right now, I call him an adorable Muppet because he looks like a Muppet to me. How would you guys describe Alfie to those folks out there who are listening, not watching right at this moment?
Well, he's a cockapoo.
He wants to be a cockapoo, but he looks more like a golden doodle in the traditional golden sense.
But he looks like a stuffed if he looks like just like a cute little stuffed animal that's just a bucket of joy. Like
if
he's
Fozzie
so
the
sweet.
bear
Yeah.
couldn't talk and just chewed all of my shoes.
Yeah, that's what this guy would be.
Oh, he's a big chewer of shoes.
You know, he's 6 months, right? So he's like, every once in a while he'll be really quiet and you'll be like, he's got something. And it's usually one of our shoes and he's just cradling it like it's really his best friend.
He will chew your shoes like over mine. And I kind of get a bit jealous about that.
Do you? You shouldn't be. You'd be like thrilled not to have the holes in your shoes that I have.
I've seen you guys both on social media. You both quite love this puppy, but who would you say is the most smitten with Alfie?
I think Matt is. Like, I hear Matt when I'm not in the room talking to him, and he's like, I love you. Like, he's so sweet. It's so sweet. You're pretty smitten with him.
You know what? I just feel like I'm finally centered and ready to commit myself to a dog. I've had dogs, but this one seems like I have the patience and the presence to really connect.
You are very patient with him.
Yeah, sometimes, but like most of the time.
No, you're very good.
Yeah. So we bonded, but you guys are very connected.
I mean, I'll do the cuddling in the family. You know what I mean? Like, I have put treats in my pocket, and whenever I get a chance, I'm like training him to snuzzle. So that's my job in the family. No, there's no discipline in my world, but lots of cuddling.
It's all cuddles. Oh, so that's the division of labor. So Matt, are you like the disciplinarian too, or how does it work?
Well, I feel like I'm more on top of walk training.
Yeah.
And, I want to crate train him just in case we have to travel.
Yeah.
And it keeps him safe. And Naomi's like, every night, Naomi says, let's just keep him on the bed.
Let's just have him on the bed.
Let's just have him.
That's enough. Like, how long are we going to really pull off this whole crate idea?
So listen, has that slippery slope landed in your bed yet?
No, but I'm in a crate.
And I've never been happier. But it's actually very funny.
I feel very safe.
I would love, like, our other dogs, not Murphy because he was huge, but Rufus slept with us all the time. And he was smaller, but it was delightful because he would spoon. Like, he was like such a sweet little being.
He was the big spoon.
He was, oh, little Rufus.
Not does the discipline walking stuff. I'll do games. Like, I'm teaching Alfie, like, high five and jump through the hoop and roll over and those kind of fun things, which are not going to help you in an emergency situation, but
it turns you, does that make you fun parent or no?
I think so. Yeah, she's fun parent.
You mentioned, Matt, like, you have the presence of mind now for a dog and it's different this time. What was it about your life that made it time to bring in Alfie?
We had just finished writing a play together.
Yeah, but Alfie came along a week before we closed our play. So he spent his first week with us in our dressing room.
I remember that.
Right. And then he would come up to the audience afterwards and I'd pass him around the audience. But really, like,
leading up to that, though, we didn't have any space in our lives, in our brains, to have a dog in our lives. And people kept reminding us how hard it is to bring a puppy.
Getting a puppy, it's a lot of work. You know,
it's a lot of work. And they're right.
They're a lot of work.
They are a lot of work. But here's the thing. You could always make excuses not to get a dog. Like, we could have gone, let's wait because, and then suddenly we're like, let's just go for it and we'll sort the rest out. And it was like the perfect timing, actually.
We wanted to space some time away from Rufus's passing.
A little bit, yeah.
Which was about a year before, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We went according to the Talmudic laws of mourning. And then and he was 21.
I knew he was old. I didn't remember he was 21.
21. And it was only in his last 6 months that he stopped being like bounding like a puppy. Like, he was like, I'm kind of done. When he did like that, what is that, Van Diesel, when he does the splits on the kitchen sink?
I think you're thinking of Claude Van Damme.
That's it. It's one of the vans.
Have a nice day.
But he was like fantastic. So yeah, it took us some time to kind of get back into the realm of having a puppy around.
He could drink at a Dave and Buster's. He
was that old.
He could order.
He was that old.
Yeah. And
I was lucky enough to know Rufus there at the end, and R.I.P. that beautiful little soul. Yeah. And I'd love to know more about Rufus. We will get to Rufus more as a younger dog, but I'm curious in terms of having a puppy. Right. You mentioned Big Stuff, and I'm just going to give a big old plug for Big Stuff in this conversation because it is a beautiful play, the play that Matt and Naomi were just talking about finishing when they got Alfie. It is this beautiful story of them as a couple and ending up as orphans and all of the things in your life that you hang on to because they have a connection to the people that you love. Yeah. And it's beautiful and it's poignant and it's so relatable, and look out for it because it's going to be coming to a city near you, I'm sure. But coming down from a big experience like that, you were just finishing Big Stuff. You'd written it. You're both crazy busy to begin with, but, and crazy maybe. No, but you just finished coming off of this like big, huge thing. And I know that can be a huge letdown for artists. And how did Alfie play into that part of things? Was it helpful?
Yeah, it was kind of the perfect thing, right? Because you finish, really, we don't really finish projects. We just shift our attention to something else. So I've never felt that lull. I was worried about this one. I was like, I think I'm going to really be sad. But we kind of just rolled it into the next thing. And then Alfie came along. So we were like, well, let's just hang out with this cute little Muppet 24 hours a day and do a little training and hang out with each other. And it was kind of perfect.
Yeah, it's also symbolic too, right? Of bringing new life into our world. Mm-hmm. Not physically, but bringing like a soul into our lives and into our hearts, because we had just lost our parents and our
Whose last name did Alfie take?
Well, it's a hyphenated.
Okay.
It's Alfonso Snieckus Baram, but, his birth certificate is Alfie.
I call him Alfie Doodle, so I don't even know if he has a last name.
Yeah, you're right. He may not.
Alfie.
Alfie Doodle. But, it feels like the more we get to know him, he's a Baram. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
In what sense?
He can hold down his food.
Okay.
He has a bit of the IBS. He's got
social anxiety.
Yeah.
He's just a lovely, smart, kind, generous.
Wow, that's I've never seen
Who takes after Dad?
I've never heard you speak so well of yourself.
Yeah.
Though. That's so nice.
What would you say?
Yeah, I think you're right. We don't really give last names to our dogs though.
Although someone the other day thought when they saw Alfie on camera that it was you.
No, he didn't. They didn't think it was me. They said that theory of when your dog looks like you.
Yeah.
Which I took as a compliment because he's adorable.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, though, they do say that dogs do look like their owners, but they also say, like, we were just talking a little bit about it, Matt, like, jokingly, but, like, sometimes they do absorb our personalities, too. Are you starting to see that, or is it too early in Alfie's journey on this planet?
No, I do sense that we pick up each other's anxiety a little bit. He is a bit of a nervous dog sometimes, and I'll have to intentionally calm myself to help him out. And I think he also likes to have organization and a plan.
Yeah.
And I'm very similar to that.
Routine. He loves a routine.
Yeah, a regimen. He doesn't like chaos, although he can exist in it. I think he gets a bit zoomy.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's not his best, doesn't reach his potential in that.
I haven't thought about that, but it's very true.
Really, really delving into this.
Yeah. But I think he loves a good party too. So maybe like that.
So he gets to be like that with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I want him to like.
We finish our taxes. We do the laundry. We sort the sock drawer.
With me, we run around at clothing swaps and have a good time.
By now, a pretty clear picture of the parenting split is emerging. But I wanted to know who got stuck with all the crappy jobs like waking up in the middle of the night to let the puppy out to pee.
I think you've sort of taken...
Oh, I feel like we shared it.
You're closer to the door. You're the protector.
But I do feel like I've never, sometimes people are like, it's your turn in the middle of the night. I've never felt that. Like I always feel like we share it enough. And if somebody's got a big day the next day, if he needs to, we're sort of got each other's back.
He's gotten us into a routine where he gets up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock, Jen.
Wow.
That's not fair.
Listen, Clutch gives me a little more time than that.
That's not fair. He's going to outgrow it. It's definitely not something that we're going to, it's not going to last. It's
not sustainable for the Snieckus Baram family.
No, because Rufus would sleep in until maybe 3 if I asked him to. Like he'd be like, we're fine. If we were staying in a hotel or something like that, when we were on the run, like he would be like, I'm just going to hang around.
We weren't, by the way, we weren't on the run. It's important that you know that. We weren't fugitives from the law.
How long has it been since you two merged lives and households?
And dogs. We Brady bunched.
And dogs. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to.
What do you think that is? 15?
I want you to sort through this.
I'm going to say it's been 10 years married. 11 years next week.
Okay.
And then I think together for another 5 or 6.
Okay.
So maybe like 15, 16 altogether. What do you think?
No, I do think 2010. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
You did it.
Good answer. So, and you merged, well, let's call them pet families, because you had Murphy, Matt, and then there was Rufus. Was that like a big deal? Sometimes it can be an issue bringing dogs together, or was it love at first sight for everyone?
Oh, between the two of them, I think they
knew
humored
each other.
Like they weren't like the best of friends. But I think they were fine together.
They were perfect strangers.
Right.
We were like, Murphy was about 4 or 5 times as big as Rufus.
He was a poodle, right? Like a
standard. He was over 100 pounds.
He was
wow.
He was a giant standard golden doodle, but black. But
Murphy
he was a
sweetest.
delight, and we fell in love instantly. He came right to me as a puppy. And
was he yours, Matt? Like, was that your first dog as an adult?
Yeah, that was my first dog as an adult. And he was just like, I trained him really strictly growing as he grew up because he was so big. I was worried that if I ever had to dog sit him with someone, they wouldn't be able to handle him. But he was just so gentle. Just a lovely guy.
But they got along fine. They got along fine. Rufus was sort of the boss of the house, and Murphy was like, I like peanut butter and chicken. Like he was sort of just happy, go lucky.
Wasn't the brightest of dogs.
And what about Rufus? When did he come into your life, Naomi? Like, at what stage were you at when Rufus came in?
Honestly, what happened was I was at Second City, and I got cancer, and I was like, I got to figure out how to get through this. I better get a dog. I don't know why. And I've never had a dog before.
Oh my God. I didn't know this about you at all.
You'd had a dog. And I was like, oh, I see how he's working out having a dog at Second City and how it can work with your schedule. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to get a dog and that's going to get me out of the house. And it did. He really
wow.
Yeah.
And what was he like as a younger dog?
He's really smart. He's such a smart, like when we say we taught him all those tricks, he kind of learned them and then we took credit. Right. Like he was doing something. I'm like, do that again.
Yeah.
But he was sweet, a bit obstinate, like one of those dogs where you'd be like, come here. And he'd look at you, he'd make eye contact and go the opposite way. And you'd be like,
oh,
no.
A little more cat-like.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit more cat-like, but then also like, in the middle of the night, he'd just like paw your shoulder, and that would mean that he wanted to come and snuggle. So he was like the best of buds. He was so sweet.
Aw, was Murphy a snuggler?
Big time. Yeah, he would take you away from working at the table. You know how they use their muzzle to like lift your hand up off the keyboard?
Yeah.
It's cute the first 800 times.
The claw was the size of your head. Like he would just be like, boom, it's time for me now.
Yeah. And then he would just, he would climb up on the bed too and take up half of the bed. And just, loved to snuggle.
Like if we were at a hotel, Murphy would get a whole bed to himself. I haven't talked about these dogs for so long. It's so nice to sort of remember like them in our lives.
Well, they kind of like, I don't know, like it feels like if not for Murphy and Rufus, would there have been an Alfie, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't know. I
think you're right. I think that, that's also the joy that we have of sharing this experience of raising together. And he's just like the perfect thing because we thought he'd be tiny, like a little guy.
And he's bigger than... And why is that? Why is he so much bigger than was advertised? Do we know?
Wheaties.
We didn't do any research.
Spinach.
Yeah.
The no doing research thing will get you every time.
Fell in love and it didn't matter after that. Similar to...
Oh, God, that happens all the time. You fall in love. It doesn't matter. Clutch, same thing.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You love them. Now you can do anything and I'm going to figure out how to be with you.
100%.
Yeah. But it's not always a time like when sometimes when you're talking about your dogs, you feel like there's the other person listening going, enough about your dogs.
Oh no, that's why this podcast exists.
No, it's so nice.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And you're going to be talking to an audience full of people who also love talking about their dogs and cats, you know?
We are in a universal crate together. Right. It's a safe place.
It's a safe
That's
place.
Right. There really is no such thing as talking too much about your dog on this show. Or dogs, plural, for that matter. For the Baram Snieckus family, things didn't start with Rufus and Murphy. Matt, at least, has a long history with dogs.
I was raised by poodles.
Yeah.
I am a human doodle myself.
You're a Matt doodle.
My parents had Sammy, who was a poodle, a standard poodle. They had a toy poodle. They had a Lhasa Apso.
Yeah. And then your brother had all those teacups.
Farfel was a Lhasa who didn't know, he wasn't properly socialized. He didn't know how to pee properly. And my mother...
Properly meaning...
Like
outside?
In a normative kind of...
a normal dog would pee with his, like, standing on the ground, lifting their leg up, maybe.
Yeah.
But this guy...
He peed on his back.
Like a fountain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he gave himself the proverbial...
golden shower.
And so my mom's solution was, not puppy training. I don't think she ever even thought about that or knew that.
I don't think we even had it as much, though, growing up. Like, that whole industry has completely changed. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
No, you're right. There was no dog whisperer.
No behaviorist, certainly. No.
You just yelled at your dog until it did the thing.
Yeah.
And then, so the solution that she came up with was, let's get another dog and the dog will train it. And then I remember we came home one day after shopping or something, and we put the dogs out the backyard, and they both laid down on their back and started peeing up in the air.
Stop it.
Have you been to Las Vegas?
So the Lhasa taught the teacup poodle how to pee the wrong way.
In Vegas, it's an event.
That's the Bellagio.
Oh my God.
Bellagio. Okay.
Can I ask, what was your mother's reaction to like her backfired experiment?
I recognize it by the way she would sometimes look at me. Just like, you know what? Why don't you just go to bed? That kind of thing. Like, there's just nothing. Sometimes there's just like
nothing to say.
In your head, It is what it is.
Okay, so you grew up with dogs, but Naomi, Rufus was your very first dog.
I had cats and guinea pigs.
Okay, well, you had pets growing up, though.
I thought you had a bunny.
No, we had a couple cats, guinea pigs, a hamster, all that mysteriously disappeared.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Bird. We had a bird for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, a bit of a Dr. Seuss family, but yeah. So this is my first dog.
Okay. And so like after all the cats, and I can understand maybe why you wouldn't want to get a bird for emotional support with what you were going through, but no shade to the bird owners out there. I'm sure there's some really deep relationships, but what was it about a dog versus a cat?
Here's the thing about dogs versus cats. Cats are like loving, sweet, and then every once in a while they'll look at you and they'll just go, and you'll have a scratch on your face for no reason. And I had to adjust from like living with these cats that would just randomly attack me to Rufus, who would never attack me. So I don't know. I'm sure maybe I just got some wild cats. I was bringing up like literal wild cats. But like that was the difference, is that I could trust Rufus not to everyone
scratch your face
or my face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no shade to folks that like cats. I know there's some really good cats out there, but I don't think I had them.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they're just cats and that's just the way they are.
Maybe.
Maybe
the dogs are better. That's all. Dogs are better.
Oh, God. I got to be careful as host of this show. Do you ever sometimes wish that Alfie could talk back to you?
I knew you were going to say that. And yes, 100%. And sometimes you think they are going to talk back.
Yeah.
Because they'll look at you and they'll go, oh, do you want a snack? I'm getting hungry. Like, I'm getting a little peckish. I don't know. He just has
that's mostly what he would say.
Yeah. Or he'd say like, I gotta go to bed. I'm kind of done. Like, I think, or like when I would think Murphy would like unzip and a person would come out and be like, oh, look back. Like, he was so big.
Yeah. Sometimes like the other day I saw him come around the corner and he was like, pardon? Like he was, he didn't.
Like he was actually about to ask you something.
Yeah. I think we talked about Park about now. Is that right?
And he leans his head into our conversation, into our life. We do watch we stream a lot of TV.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand it.
But he watches it.
But he's starting to watch it with us.
So we think he's going to pick it up. Oh. Because that's how people learn languages, is by watching TV.
So he's going to pick up English by watching TV.
That's what I think. You've seen dogs speak, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But like, we think that at some point he is just going to look at us and go, I love you. Because dogs do that.
That's all we want to hear.
Yeah. I don't know if they do it just on their own, but they do it for sure. And listen, you guys are going to be back on this podcast so fast as soon as Alfie can say, I love you in perfect English. Talking to Alfie, what would you want to know from him that you don't already know from your life together?
I mean, instinctually.
I have one.
Okay, you go.
Why don't you come?
Yeah.
Why?
Tell me what's going on in your mind.
But he's having way too much fun to go and sit for you. It's just, are you kidding me?
I don't ask him a lot of him, but that's the one where I feel the closest to him when I can say his name and he comes to me. If he knew that about me,
yeah,
I think he would. That's my love language with him, is whatever that's called.
Imagine if you guys could both share those vulnerabilities and have that conversation together.
Oh my God. He'd
be like, there was a therapy.
I'm so sorry. I'm really wrapped up. I'm just wrapped up in the other dogs. That's all. I'm sorry. I'll try and do better.
I like this as a role play for me.
Yeah. He's going to try and do better, but it's just that like, there's a lot going on for me right now.
Have you ever thought of kissing me?
What?
What's happening?
Wait, are you talking to me?
Oh.
Okay.
It's okay. We'll move on. Move on. What about you, Naomi? Anything that you would want to know from Alfie or frankly from Rufus too?
Oh, well, Alfie, I'd just be like, you okay, buddy? Are you having a good time? I just want to know that you're like liking your life.
Are you?
Yeah. Are you happy?
Are you happy? Oh.
It's a good one.
And anything you'd want to know from Rufus if you could have a conversation with him?
I'd be like, what's your favorite thing to do? Because he was so like nonplussed about anything. He'd be like, are you okay to sleep by my feet for 6 hours on a flight? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's a big deal. I was like, you're cool with if we just like watch Orange is the New Black back to back for 6 hours. You're okay with that? He's like, yeah, it's fine. I don't really care. Well, what do you like to do so that I could do a treat for you? Because he was, I don't know, he's pretty easygoing. Easygoing dog.
Oh, big time. They're so easygoing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just take Clutch out for like a treat, like a hike in the country or I don't know what, but like do something that you know that they absolutely love. Not something that you're dying to do, but do you do that with Alfie too?
That's nice. I think we will.
Sure.
But I like the idea of like we're going to go to the beach for you.
Yeah, we did that with Murphy.
Yeah.
We went to the beach. He loved the sand.
Yeah.
So it was about the joy we got out of watching him enjoy his little life.
Yeah.
Is all what it's all about.
It really is.
Joy.
It's the best.
To watch them be.
Yeah. It's the best. It's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Let's leave it on that note. Okay. Thank you both for coming on Furball Confidential. That was so much fun. And so much fun to hear about your relationship with Alfie, but not just Alfie, but the two that came before, to Murphy and Rufus. So thank you guys.
Nice thing to be able to like talk about them again. We don't like have this like sort of, I don't know, celebration of them very often.
There's never a dull moment with those two, or should I say three. If you're looking for more and you live in Canada, their show Big Stuff that I was telling you about, that must see, might be heading your way. To see all their shows, just pop on over to baramandsnieckus.com. We asked Matt and Naomi what pet-related cause they were thinking about these days, and they said the Pasadena Humane Society, which did amazing work rescuing animals during the LA wildfires earlier this year. We'll link to their website in our show notes. That's all for today's episode of Furball Confidential. If you've been lapping these conversations up, as I hope you have been, do us a solid and tell a friend. Drop us a review, give us a follow, or better yet, all three. We're an independent show, and your support helps us find even more pet lovers. Furball Confidential is created and hosted by me, Jen Moroz. Our producer is Talia Schlanger. She and David Travers Smith co-created our theme music with Brian Kobayakawa on bass. Video and sound design and editing are all done by Reza Daya. Danny Stover does our social media. Our show artwork is by Adrian Foro. And on audience development, we have Marina Hanna. And thanks, as always, to the original inspiration for this podcast, Clutch. I'm Jen Moroz. See you next time on Furball Confidential.